6.
Dozens of paratroopers are slammed into the ground by heavy winds, and at least 5 are seriously injured during what was supposed to be a routine training exhibition in Salt Lake County. Good evening, everyone. We will have more on the 82nd Airborne's rough landing in just a few moments. Spectators at an air show were stunned today when gusting winds tossed Army paratroopers unceremoniously to the ground. Between 30 and 50 Army paratroopers were injured, 5 seriously at Airport Number 2. The 82nd Army Airborne Division says the conditions were safe and the injuries only, quote, a little more than routine. 2 News reporter Michael Rawson has the story.
They are the best paratroopers in the world. The 82nd Airborne flew into Salt Lake from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to honor some of their former comrades. They parachuted from 800 feet up, showing their stuff to the 49th reunion of the 82nd, including several hundred veterans who had jumped at Normandy, Vietnam, and Korea. They were stunned by what they saw. Safety officers calculated the wind speed to be about 12 knots, but it was gusting at least twice that. Some of the paratroopers were dragged by the wind across the tarmac. The Army says there were 30 injuries. Salt Lake fire officials estimate more than 50.
I do whatever they tell me to do. Jump. They know what they're doing up there. They say it's safe to jump.
A spokesman for the 82nd insists it was a routine training exercise for guys doing a tough job.
But the drop zone safety officer determined that it was in fact safe. We did sustain some minor injuries. Probably paratroopers may have, they may have appeared to hit harder than they did.
The official comment from the 82nd Airborne is the jump was a safe operation. However, we're getting quite a different picture here at Jordan Valley Hospital. The emergency room at Jordan Valley treated 15 of the wounded, including 4 who have serious head and neck injuries. The official Army line is disputed by some veterans watching the show.
I know the 82nd, and I've worked with the 82nd Airborne as some good people, but we're all human, and I hate to see a lot of kids hurt just for this thing today. I'm glad that on a second pass, somebody finally made a decision to call it off.
What you see on the field before you, coming toward you, is several hundred of the finest America has to offer.
After the jump was called off, those who could walk paraded in front of the old 82nd vets. A spokesman insists for the paratroopers, it was just another day at the office. Michael Rawson, 2 News, Salt Lake County.
A spokesman for the 82nd Airborne insists the operation was a low-level training exercise that coincided with the show. 500 paratroopers were scheduled to jump, but the exercise was called off after fewer than 300 had parachuted from the C-141s.